jammers, and welcome to another episode of the JNC Live Podcast. I'm Brad Brock, and I'll be your host this evening. It's 420. Right? No. I tried. It's better if you have like a little bit of a drink in your mouth. We'll try that again later. It is 420, you guys, and I'm joined here in the legendary JNC Lounge by my destruction crew. Of course, the smokin' Ms. Jordan Taylor. And hiding back there, the bad bitch herself, Miss Elly Brog. We are also joined here by our special guest, singer, songwriter, and entertainer, Dave Bailin. All right, you guys, we're going to get to know Dave throughout the night, and we got some fun 420-themed shenanigans and games to play. We'll play Name That Tune with our live viewers. We'll get our midweek motivation with Elly's Bad Bitch Bible Study. We'll look at some entertainment headlines in the Jordy files, and we'll put Dave on the hot seat inside the Lipton tea. Dun, dun, dun. But as tradition, let's kick it off with our JNC shot of the week. So you guys, we're keeping with our 420 theme tonight. It's the liquid marijuana shot. Now, while there is no actual Mary Jane involved here, there is a lot of booze. So very simple. It's equal parts spiced rum, coconut rum, blue curacao, Midori, pineapple juice, lemon juice. I didn't have lemon juice, so we used lemon vodka. So just a little bit more. And simple syrup. Why not? You know? I don't know why not. So here it is. It's beautiful, by the way. Like, look at that. It looks like the murkiest of Mary Jane water.
It looks like Lake Okeechobee.
Wow.
Too soon. Sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong.
but prettier.
Cheers to all of you tuning in live with us out there, and cheers to you guys here. Happy 420. Yes.
I'm just going to sip on mine because Jordan poured all of hers into my cup.
Oh, my God. Yeah, what happened over there?
I needed a baby one.
I just wanted to switch because mine was slightly lower than hers. And I was like, I'll give you the little one. And then she pours half her drink in.
You have to watch Jordan because she's notorious for that.
Yeah. Well, usually I give it to Derek, but he's not.
So it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere.
That's a Laco discharge. That's what happened. It filled your lagoon with... Okay, this is going nowhere fast.
We're going to say yes.
Okay. Well, you guys, if you're thirsty like us, by the time Wednesday rolls around, join us each and every week for our shot of the week by going to jncpodcast.com, clicking on the shot of the week link, seeing what we're planning, and then getting everything that you need delivered straight to your door through our friends at Drizzly.
Drizzly!
That's Elly, I have to say, I am impressed with your outfit tonight. You showed up for 420, and you deserve a round of applause.
Oh, thank you. Put that leg up here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Sorry, I just put my foot in your face, Jordan.
Okay. Perfect. This is really, really going well so far already. Yeah, you look great. Even to the green sunglasses, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
My favorite holiday.
Good. Well, since we're talking about it, before we dive into tonight's show, I guess we should answer the big question. No, Jen Major, not that question. And no, everybody that's been asking. No, Ashley Rowe, not that question either. That's a different big question. This big question is, why is 420 associated with weed culture? Does anybody know? Don't answer it, but does anybody here know? Yeah, Dave says he knows. Anybody else, Elly?
Should we give you our thoughts on it?
No, because I don't want you to ruin my thunder.
Okay.
Anyway, so yes, in a nutshell, you guys, back in 1971, not so very long ago, A group of high school students in Marin County, California, began meeting up at 4:20 p.m. to partake in the Chiba. They
At
chose
least
that.
it was after school hours.
You know,
Responsible.
yes, very responsible.
Before
They chose
dinner.
that time because by then their after-school activities were usually over, so 4:20 was the time. Now, because this was obviously massively illegal back in 1971, they started using 4:20 as their code for the Bobo Bush. Another term for marijuana. I had a whole list, but I digress. So years later, one member of that particular group actually went on to work as a roadie for the Grateful Dead's bassist, Phil Lesh, or Phil Lesh. Philish. That's how Sean Connery says Phyllis. Philish. By 1990, a group of deadheads were spreading the word by handing out flyers inviting people to smoke 420 on April 20th at 4:20 p.m. The magazine High Times actually printed a copy of the flyer, and the next year, or they printed it the next year in their magazine, and the rest is now history. So happy 420, you crazy kids! Yeah. Anybody? Was that the story that you
Not at all. No.
No?
No.
That's not the one, huh?
No, I had no idea. I just learned something new today. So on 420.
Yeah.
It's what
So
we
wait,
do here.
You,
You
sure
just-
I didn't get high from that drink?
Yeah, right?
Maybe.
So the high school kids, and then it went to where?
Grateful Dead.
One
Grateful-
of the high school kids grew up to be a assistant for the bass player for the Grateful Dead, and
they
he,
skyrocketed it.
probably was like, "Hey, 420 guys."
They're like, you know what me and my bros used to do at 420?
Yeah, and that's how it began. And then High Times, the magazine,
Takes
obviously
one famous person,
popularized it. Yeah, he wasn't even famous; he was just working for somebody famous.
I thought it was a
the
call
same as
code.
being famous, Brad.
But yeah, so it's a call code
Interesting.
for the marijuana. Now, correct me out there if I'm completely wrong, but I did check my sources and seemed to be
Wikipedia?
good, right? And no, it wasn't Wikipedia. It
Okay.
was multiple sources. I won't give them away.
The
Cite your
encyclo-
sources.
Yeah, was it the encyclopedia?
No, this isn't a term paper, okay? But that's what we do here on the Jams and Cocktails program. We inebriate and educate. We're still gonna put that on a t-shirt somewhere. I just want to say hey to Paul Robertson from the Drums and Rums podcast. Ooh, looks like he's got a biggest fan thing there.
Is that the diamond or
Yeah,
a heart?
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
a heart?
It's like a diamond.
Aw.
Shine bright like a diamond. He said anybody watching this episode will be randomly drug tested tomorrow. Nice. All right, you guys. Well,
It would be the smart time. Well, I feel like you got to kind of wait like 3 days after or something, right? Like it would be the smart time to drug test if you want to lose all your employees.
yeah, it's kind of like if you want to lose everybody. When I did cruise ships, it was so funny. They would throw these massive crew parties, and legally, you weren't allowed to be like 2 beers in before you were over the drinking limit, and you can terminate your contract, and they send you home. But they would throw these huge crew parties, free booze, whatever you want. It's just an onslaught. And then the very next day, randomly, all these people would get called up for random like alcohol tests. And yeah.
And if you get fired, like at the beginning of the cruise, they have a helicopter come pick you up. Or...
Oh yeah, or do you just get to enjoy it? Because I feel like, yeah,
Free
So-
cruise.
you can't work anymore, so
2
sit by the
things.
pool.
You don't enjoy it. They lock you in your cabin, but you
Oh.
do get room service. They'll bring food to you. But yeah, and then the very next port, they kick you off. They drive you to the airport, and
damn,
yeah, and
that's cutthroat.
they'll buy you a plane ticket, everything. They take care of everything, but they will take whatever it costs out of your paycheck.
So it's like you're the best. Oh,
yeah.
so it's like the best kind of grounded, probably.
No, it's
best
terrible.
kind
I
of
have
grounded.
been cruise ship grounded a couple of times for being
For
a
having
nuisance.
too much fun.
Yes, too much fun.
Now,
Too
does your
much
room
fun.
have a window?
No, in fact, it was so close to the sea line, you just hear against the wall all day and all night.
Maybe
Yeah,
they put you in the engine room or something.
That would be awful to be locked in.
yeah, it's that was life for a while. It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. It was fine. Well, you guys, we are going to get to our special guest, Dave Bailin. This has been a long time coming, man, and I'm so glad that you finally are here. After rocking New England for years with his band, the Bailouts, our special guest has made the Treasure Coast his new musical and actual home. Yeah, no, that deserves an air horn.
TC.
Performing actually at some of my favorite spots. You guys check out Dave Bailin.
I can feel the stones crushing my bones. You never leave me alone. I try to get away, try to run, but I can't. I'm a voodoo man.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, man. I'm so psyched to be here.
Again, so great to finally have you here, man. And what a time, what a day to be here. I know I'd reached out and I was like, hey, man, we got a few dates available. Would love to have you on for one of them. And you were like, 420? I have to be there for 420. So we did it. We made it happen. And we'll talk about why when we get into the interview here a little bit, but because it's definitely not because of Elly over there.
What?
She is our 420 mascot tonight. I'm gonna have you do a cheer in a little while, some sort of weed cheer. But anyway, so we'll dive right into it, man. We met a few years back at Manatee, I believe. I think it was at Manatee Island.
The first time I met you was in Jensen Beach. It was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Was it in Jensen Beach?
Yeah, because that's where I didn't even know this area yet. I was my mom's stepdad lived there, and I was visiting them. They had just moved there from the Keys, and I was downtown. I don't even know the name of the club, but you were playing. You just finished up. It was like your last song, and I saw what you were doing, and I was like following you out to your car, going, man. And you were really cool, and you know, some people wouldn't give me a time of day. I know I'm another musician or whatever, you know. Yeah, whatever. But you were like really cool, and I'm like, you do this for a living here? Yeah. I go, how many nights a week you play? Every night? I'm like, so that got me like
the wheels began turning.
Yeah. And then I ran into you though. Every time I come here, I would run into you, sometimes by accident, and then if I see you're playing, I always come and check you out if I can. But
which I appreciate big time.
The next time I saw you was at Manatee though.
That's right. Okay, so maybe I'm just mixing that up.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the very first time that I met you, you gave me a parting gift. It was the best. It was the best like calling card ever. We'll talk about it a little bit because it's so you come up with some really great marketing ideas, and we'll dive into that in a little bit. But I guess a big question, lots of big questions tonight, is how do you like living on the Treasure Coast so far? How's it treating you?
Unbelievable, and it just very quickly. I've become busy. I've gotten to where I thought it was going to take me a full year to get where I got in like a week or two. The things fell into place really quick here. Yeah,
it's like once you get into the click, yeah, or you talk to the right people, as they say, it happens so quick. Yeah, because it was like as soon as you got here, like I saw you playing a couple places, which we'll talk about, but then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I know who books for that place, so he's talking to him. Great. And, you know, he's booking that place. They're talking to them. Great. So that's awesome, man. I'm glad that you were able to hit the ground running. And it's nice to live, like, right on the beach there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Struggle is real.
No kidding. Because you live, actually, I don't want to dime out where you're living at, but it's...
we need a dress, ASL.
But it's near a place where Jordan's sister Savannah works, and you play at this place, so that's like super convenient, man. Like it's right down the
and
road.
To be on the ocean.
Yeah.
I need that. I mean, I lived in Salem, Massachusetts for 25 years, and I used to play right across the street.
You lived in Salem?
I didn't even have to drive there.
Brad, do we have some questions about Salem, or may I ask them?
You may ask them.
Have you been to the Hocus Pocus locations?
Oh,
I mean, probably, obviously.
probably.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah,
Well,
definitely.
don't let him answer before you ask.
Where I lived, there was a red line that went right over literally over my doorstep that the tourists would follow to get to House Seven Gables and whatnot. Yeah.
No kidding.
So I was right right in the middle of it all.
nice. It's on the bucket list to go to.
Like a physical red line.
Yeah.
That is mental case.
Oh yeah.
I would be like, no, I don't think so, guys. Well, Elly
Very
actually
cool.
lived up in the Massachusetts area for a while.
Yeah, I was stationed in Bedford at Hanscom.
Oh yeah. I know the spot.
Where all the airplanes weren't.
That is true. There's no planes there.
Nothing going on. Nothing
No.
going on. But yeah, man. Well, that's awesome. Glad to have you here. As I said, a long time coming. I guess let's go back to Salem. Back to the beginning, if you will. How did you get into music? What was the spark? And how did you wind up with the Bailouts? What led you to that point?
Well, I started out, my dad was a big record collector, so I grew up listening to lots of records. Both my parents really loved music, and so I had a thing for music and collecting records. And then my dad had some harmonicas that were hanging around, and I started picking them up and saying, I want to play music. And I went to summer camp. A friend of mine there was playing guitar and singing, and I when I was like 15, I decided to grab a guitar, and I got lessons, and I discovered Bob Dylan, and wanted to write songs. I wanted to sing and play music. I don't know. You become what you become after a while. I think I would have liked to have just been like a lead guitar player or just a songwriter, not front a band or not.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wanted to do my songs. Nobody wanted me to be their lead guitar player. So I started going to open mics, and when that's the best spot to start. You meet people same level as you, and they're all supportive. And next thing you know, I figured out quickly that if I bought a PA, I could host my own open mic. So when I started doing that, and then
that forward thinking.
and then all the other guy, it was weird. The first open mic I went to, several of us all started around the same time, and they're all musicians today, and we all still keep in touch and sometimes play gigs with each other, and they started hiring me to do their sound when they started getting gigs, so they got their own PAs, and then they all had their own open mics, and we would follow support each other, and then
Became like a
yeah,
family.
it was like a weekday thing, and then on the weekends we all had our own gigs, and I was always trying to get a band together, but and I was in several bands. I had original bands before I moved to Salem. I lived in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Lived on Plum Island.
No big deal.
Yeah, another beach. But I had an original band. We used to play in Boston. It was we did the original band scene, which means it'd be like 6 bands setting up in front of each other. And if you wanted to get paid, you would have to hang around till, I don't know, whatever time. You didn't make any money.
Yeah, the bartenders were all gone before you were before the band was getting paid out.
Yeah, it was. But when I got to Salem and I met some really good musicians, and they were really, they were coming from the same place I was, cut from the same cloth, I guess, digging like the Dylan stuff, the Stone stuff. And good musicians. Like, if you play with a real drummer, a good decent drummer, you don't realize, that's like the most important part of your band.
Right.
I used to get blamed for the timing.
You hear
in
that,
the band.
Paul, out there? Drums and rums. The most important part. True. The rhythm section, man.
When I could finally like kind of relax and not feel like I was like had to drive the band with my own rhythms.
Right.
I could sit back and not play at all and let them take over, and just some really talented people, and get to make some great records with them.
That's That's awesome. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. You still jam with those guys though, because you.
Well, I hope they welcome me back when I go back. I'm going back for the summer, and I'm trying to line up some gigs for us. I still, for our latest CD, we did in the heart of COVID, and so we never had a CD release party or really got to play those songs. We did it, it was weird. It was like everything was shutting down as we were recording it. It was like in the month of February. I got laid off from my job at that time, which is. I was really psyched about that. But, and then, so some of the stuff we ended up having to do remotely after a while, or we'd have to go in, with masks on to the studio and finish our parts. But I never really got a proper release. So I'm hoping this summer we'll do it. We'll have to relearn these songs,
Yeah, the usual. Yeah. Yep. It's funny, man. Like I do when I cut records, I basically kind of produce and record them on my own. But it's usually over these huge periods of time, like years even sometimes, before I compile them, and then I have to go back and like re-listen and just kind of remix them to have some sort of continuity. And then I have to relearn them completely, because normally I like write the song, I record the parts, and then it goes away in a file for eternity until I come back to it and like, oh yeah, I need tracks for a new album. And then I'm like, God, this song is terrible. What was I thinking?
I mean, the songs on the last album, I never played with a band. I had written them, brought them in the studio, and we learned them. Everybody learned them on the spot, played them. We haven't played them since. So
yeah, there you go.
So in this kind of band, we don't rehearse. We pull things out live, and then if they work, that was a rehearsal. Next time they sound better,
Right. First 3 shows, paid rehearsals.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I know we were going to touch on this. We realized that this was actually the perfect episode to have you on, because your music and your vibe really kind of fit so well here in this area. I'm not obviously super familiar with the Salem area or that music scene, but here, man, it's like it's no surprise to me that you're slaying it right now. But you're also connected with the 420 culture. You've even got some fun swag, which I want to talk about because I think you're a marketing genius. And as I mentioned earlier, this was the first impression that I got of Dave Bailin, you guys. We were talking, and he gave me his card, which was actually a little package of rolling papers. Like, how cool is that? And now he's just giving me a bunch more. But, QR code, the whole 9 yards. You guys are probably scanning it right now. But yeah, like, how cool is that as a little giveaway?
So when I handed that to you originally, that was how I released a single, and
right,
the
which
song
is
called "Roll It." Well, I hope you'll play that in a little bit. But
I will.
And everybody had been calling him business card, and as it turned out, what I found out is if you don't keep up paying your domain name,
oh no,
some company in China will turn it into a porn site.
Oh.
Yeah,
Perfect.
So if you scan that now, it's not worth going to. It's not really a good porn site or anything.
Not
Just
even a good one.
It's just like women in bikinis or something. It's pretty lame. I don't know why they thought that they were going to get a lot of traffic by taking over my name. So I'm like, well, everybody's calling them business cards anyway. So I went and got labels, and now I turn them into an actual business.
I was literally gonna say, like, you better get a sticker for that thing. So what you're saying is, I have here.
You have the original.
An
The
OG.
original.
So you guys, you want to see a terrible sight?
Don't you not even
Scan that.
yeah. No, I've got different QR codes on here. They're
It's
very
great, man.
Small. I don't know if they even work, but anyway.
That's
Because-
brilliant, though.
So cool.
Because let's be honest, how many times have you been sitting around, especially like, somebody like me, I'm an incredibly casual partaker in the Bobo Bush.
In the Bobo Bush.
So like sometimes we
I've never heard it called that before.
There's a whole
That's
list.
all I'm calling it
I'll
from
find
now on.
Bobo
Jordan-
Bush.
Bobo
Jordan,
Bush.
You should
Bobo
pull up a whole list of the
Yes.
different names for it if you're surfing around there. put you on assignment.
Get to
But
work.
yeah, you know, like how many times have you sat around being like, anybody have anything to smoke this out of? You know, back in college, we were cool enough to like come up with contraptions like the apple bong and, you know, the gravity bong and all that other
the
crap.
soda
Weed
bottle. and
smokers
some
are the most
tin-
creative people on
Yeah.
the planet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that's, you know, I'm so casual with it now. I don't have that capacity anymore. That all of a sudden you become an incredible engineer. But anyway, so
The things that we have rolled joints with,
yeah.
tampon wrappers.
Oh my
God.
God, that there is definitely some carcinogens.
Especially ones they started having that laminate in there. That's not,
Yeah, no, that's not good. I know it's like you get like Swisher Sweets and get all the guts out of it and make a big.
See, I'm so bougie
Here we go.
that when I first got my medical card and I was able to get like flour, and I got home and I was like, oh my God, I don't have a grinder. How am I going to do this?
Scissors.
And I forgot I had fingers, like, and I could just
What
tear
are
it
these
apart.
things?
But I literally, like, I was just like, oh my God, I don't have a grinder. That's how bougie I am.
Well,
You didn't use scissors?
No, I didn't even think of that.
Oh.
I use scissors. I love scissors and a grinder.
Especially like if you got the little ones, but you know.
The thing with a grinder,
Genius.
then
Not that I've ever done it, but I've seen a video on YouTube one time, so it must be true.
it must be true.
I don't use a grinder down here. Down here, 'cause it's always so humid and everything. Everything just stays so dank. You use a grinder and it just sticks to
gets
everything, and
stuck
you're like,
on
then you're in there with
everything.
like a X-Acto razor blade trying to like clean
Yeah.
out all the little teeth. You know?
Yeah.
Crevices.
When I say I'm casual, I completely mean it. This means nothing to me.
Well, and also I hate that they're all metal, and then you get that metally smell on you, kind of from using the.
It used to be that
Grinder,
you
you
could
know?
collect key afterwards.
Oh
that
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
Sift through, but I don't. It's like I said, it's so humid here. You don't.
Yeah.
You need really dry weed for that.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
didn't even
dry.
think about that, but yeah.
True.
Sorry, I'm fixing Jordan's camera. For some reason,
Oh.
I didn't get through the.
But
I have to like do some settings because this program doesn't save any defaults. So literally, I have to just do it manually every time.
That's a difference, though,
OBS.
between now we're talking about this stuff being up in New England, especially wintertime. Everything's so dry. Smoke a joint, it canoes up the side, and then half your weed you lose before you're done smoking it. Here, it just burns nice and slow, and lasts for a while. But
It's like the perfect amount of humidity.
Yeah.
to just keep everything just wet enough.
but the last like I don't know half inch of that. When you get down to the roach, there's not much you can do. It gets so dank, you just have to you're done with it at that point.
For me, it never stays lit once you get to that point
Yeah.
because it's just wet.
Yeah, it
It's
does. It just
moist.
gets kind of moist.
Drums and Rubs said, "This is turning into an educational show." Good, learn something.
Oh my gosh, do you want to hear one of the cutest names for marijuana?
Cuter than Bobo Bush.
That one's adorable too. And it makes so much sense.
Okay.
Broccoli. Because it looks
Oh,
like a little thing of
yeah.
broccoli.
Oh my
I've heard
god.
it called spinach,
Oh, or
Yeah.
spinach.
salad.
Oh, yeah, salad.
The devil's salad.
I called it herb today when I was promoting.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I was gonna call it salad, and I actually looked up some synonyms.
I like
Herb. I like that one.
I like Sheba too.
Yes, the Chiba.
The Sheba.
Ganja.
And then
What's
yeah,
there's
the
more.
what's the wildest one on that
there
list?
is a lot of them. Oh, Happy Cigarette.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna need a few more. Jazz
Keep
cabbage.
researching.
All right, you keep researching. We'll
Yeah,
get
there's
on
a
with it.
lot. There's a lot of names. I feel like you could say any word literally after reading that list, and it would be marijuana.
It's all in the inflection, and be like, get the biscuit.
My favorite was, I remember one time, sorry mom if you're watching, but my mom, she referred to it as a doobie.
Yes.
And I mean it is, but like that one's probably my favorite.
I love it.
It's like a
Way
doobie.
to dime your mom out.
Sorry.
there.
Yeah. Air quotes the mom.
She's getting drug tested tomorrow.
Yes.
Uh,
And she can.
So Dave, you've got 3 albums out. We just talked a little bit about the latest one. but you have the 2011 live album On the Wire.
I brought that with me.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Recorded in live in which city? That's what it's
Which
called.
city was that?
Which city? Which is what they
Yeah,
call
that's what
Salem,
I was
Massachusetts.
asking. Which city?
Which city?
Which city?
Oh.
That's what they call Salem, Massachusetts. The which city?
Which city is he talking about, Jordan?
Which city, bitch? Which? I'm sorry.
Nice. That's funny that it says which. Do they really call it which city up there?
It's
Oh, yeah.
haunted.
Is that the thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's where the
Salem
those Salem witch
witches.
trials. Hello.
Yes.
Did you say twat, Jordan?
I got a little tongue tied.
Well, you would with a twat. Anyway, moving right along. Rated R tonight.
So we recorded it live, but I've had the same person, Dave Cummings, do all three of our albums, and he's always had his own studio. But I had him bring the studio to the bar to record our first record.
Well, it was very nice of him.
He had done a couple. I know he had done another album there before, so I knew he could do it. And he did a great job. I mean, it sounds like it was recorded in the studio, but it is live. And that was our first record. I just wanted to make something. I didn't want to go in the studio, and it's quite a process.
Sure.
But it's like, we did it live. There's no, other takes or anything like
Right.
that.
No frills. You're just going for it.
Yeah. And then it's important to get it mastered, all that stuff. But it's a good record. People still, there's songs on here that I think they could use a proper studio recording. Maybe I'll record them again someday. But the second song on there, Castaways, we play all the time, and that's probably, I guess, my biggest hit song in the Salem area. People always request it. They sing along to it.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's good to have one of those. I have one that I get the most, more than anything. And then I have some strange ones that I get where I'm like, really, that song? But nice, man. All right, so moving right along to 2014, you had an album named properly Studio Recordings.
Yeah, which is a bad thing to name a record. When you try to I found out that was a big mistake. You need to come up with a name for your album. You can't just
Right.
self-title your album because that's what your favorite bands have done.
Uh-huh.
Because then, Pandora won't touch it. None of these sites want anything to do with it. It's very hard for everybody else to market or what to do with it. So, what's it called? Well, it's called, it's a self-titled album.
I love the cover.
Yeah, well, my good
is
friend Jim
awesome.
Willard did the cover for this, and he's a right out of the '60s type artist. He did
that's
did a
awesome.
killer job. It's very psychedelic, and if you look at it closely, you might notice that it's actually a guitar.
Oh yeah, I see
My
it. I was
guitar,
going to
yeah.
mention that, how cool the artwork was. Very sublime.
I
I
see
was
a
thinking
titty.
that
Yeah.
I don't. Where's the guitar?
Did you just say you see titties?
There's a titty right there.
Well, it's funny
Okay,
because
perfect.
when he
Right? And
when he
lips.
first did the he did the first take of it, and I'm like, there's no tits on there.
Gotta have
He had to-
And then the
so he had to
tits
do it again. I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
this is I refer to this as a sex, drugs and rock and roll CD. So
It's very good.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
definitely see the
I-
the sublime.
We have guests. Besides the Bailouts, there are some guests on here. Some of them which I paid for with bags of weed. to Get them on the album. So we spent quite a while in Somerville, Massachusetts. Spent a lot of nights driving in there late at night, leaving and getting this record out. Took quite a while. The last album definitely did. The last record, there only really one guest on there for one song. It's really a Bailout CD, just us, and we banged that one out.
Yeah, and that was when we were talking about a little bit earlier. This is your 2020 release, which I feel like everybody's got one. Music in My Head, which is I actually have a copy of it here on tape cassette, you guys.
Excellent.
But it's not really a tape cassette, is it, Dave?
No.
What are you talking about? You play
You
it in
think
your
I'm
car
crazy?
all the time.
You put it in your tape player, you'll break it, and the cassette player.
But you know what I really like is that it's like the case. It's a standard cassette tape, and the cassette tape is here. You could see it. Really nostalgic. But what happens is you bust it open, and it's actually a USB drive with the whole record on it,
Bam.
and that is tight.
That is brilliant.
Isn't that
Isn't that
super
amazing?
cool?
That is so cool.
Right. So I believe that you gave this to me at Square Grouper. I think I was playing, and you came up and was like setting up on the stage or tearing down. It was one of the two, and you were like, "Hey, this is my new record," and you handed it to me, and it was a tape
Like
cassette,
the reaction most people give me here, crazy.
and I was just like,
Tapes? Who puts out tapes?
so, and then you were like, "Open it up," and I was like, "Ah, so clever."
And then at that point, you still opened it up and you were like, and then
Yeah,
you had to pull it out and actually open it up.
yeah. It takes.
Yeah.
There's a process to getting to the
So
truth
funny.
here.
So good.
But it is
Love it.
great. So yeah, man, obviously we talked a little bit about having to it totally threw a wrench in the process, getting this record sorted out. So just give us a walk through the process and why this is the best Bailouts CD to date.
Well, I don't know if it is or not. I let other people decide. I don't know who's got to listen to it yet. Like I said, we haven't even had a CD release party yet, so I'm hoping that we can do one this summer. I'll be up there for a few months before I come back here, so spend the summer up there, and I'm working on getting some gigs for us. But we'll do a release party. But I'd say I actually modeled it after Beatles, like Revolver and Rubber Soul. I use that as like kind of blueprint, where those and the original records weren't like this, but if you get the CDs now, there's 14 songs on both of them, and every song is under like. If I asked you, I love asking people this question. Do you know how long Eleanor Rigby is? If you were to guess offhand, how long do you think that song is?
What do you think, Elly?
I want to say between like 6 and 7 minutes. I feel
Right,
like
so an
it's
epic song, you would
long.
think
Yeah,
it's under 2 minutes long.
there's no way.
And the Beatles songs are like that. They're like they've got leads, they've got intros, they've got great lyrics, they've got chorus, they got everything, and they can do it all under 3 minutes every song, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So I stuck to that format for all the songs on here. So there's 14 songs on here, and you can listen to this whole album about 22 minutes.
No way.
Oh wow.
That blows my mind.
Mm. And the other thing I learned from making this record, because there's like, I don't know, 8-minute songs on here, 6 long songs. When you're in the studio, every time you have to mix it, every time you have to do another take or whatever, that's studio time.
Yeah.
And it's a long time, and it adds up and adds up. 2-minute songs, do the bass solo again, do the bass over again, do it again. It doesn't matter. It goes by quick. It's a lot easier to work with. So that way the format is, definitely a better format.
So I should just.
What is that?
Shot of the week.
Brad's trying to have another liquid marijuana.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so I should scrap my entire orchestra piece that I've been working on, my big orchestral 12.5 hour long pieces.
Just write short songs.
No, I mean back in the
always.
day, the reason they had to fit a song on a 45. Radio stations wouldn't play. Even now, I mean, they didn't want to. I was getting radio play for some of this stuff, but like, that song's too long. So, but back in the day, it wasn't until like Dylan came along with like Rolling Stone where people wanted to hear that song, and they had to put it on two sides of a 45.
Right.
And then everybody else like, let's make concept records. All the rules went out the window after that.
Yeah, that probably had a little something to do with 420.
Oh yeah. But I like going back to the old format of the short song for a number of reasons. And I don't know if the next record, I've got a lot of songs I'm working on. I want to do another album, and I'm just letting those songs become what they're going to become.
Sure.
But I'm not going to let them get to 8 minutes long,
Yeah, that was funny. We had a couple people that were like 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Yep. Nope. 2.5.
Wow.
Out the door. Well, nice, man. So, we heard a little bit about the Bailouts. So tell us about your solo show that you're doing around town here and what that all entails, what we could expect.
I really got into the solo thing. I've already done, since I've got here around early December, I've done like 75, 80 shows since I've gotten here.
Nice.
I'm playing every day. I didn't know. I've never been on a schedule like that. I had a regular job before. I always loved doing music. I've always been pretty busy, but pretty much weekend warrior,
Sure.
So now it's like, well, it's my full-time job. I don't know if I can sing every day, play every day, but fortunately, my vocals have done well. They've held up good. What I've got.
Heard that, man.
Yeah.
I can relate.
My fingers are taking a beating. I will say. I didn't know. I mean, I've got calluses that split open, and then I'm like, I can't use that finger tonight. I got to use these fingers.
We'll compare calluses.
Yeah.
Mine used to get really gnarly after my cruise contracts because it's like 6 months every single day, 7 days a week, just every day.
Yeah.
Playing, man, and it would just get gross. And then of course you're out there and like
and no
sweating.
Salt water.
Not even salt water. You just sweat, so your fingers get soft, even your calluses. And the worst part was like changing my guitar strings were the most excruciating thing because it's not like I came on the ship with like 500 pairs of or sets of strings. Like I'd come on the ship because I was stupid and I'd have like 3 packs for a 6-month contract.
Amazon's not going to deliver to your ship, huh?
Not going to deliver to the ship. So like Amazon barely even existed
You're
back
tying
then.
your strings back together, using a D string for a G string.
Literally, I would get like some like deoxit from somebody on the boat and I would like try to like get the rust off of the strings and just really overall bad. And then, they just get sharp and cut you over.
You break strings. I used to break a ton of strings, so I've always made sure I had lots of backup strings.
Yeah, I'm not a big string breaker. I like string breaker. Sorry, that's how my mind works. But yeah, man, I would like pop strings occasionally. But now, like, I barely pop strings at all. Like, I just found like a nice gauge that works. But yeah. Where was I going with all of that?
the split fingers and the calluses.
Split fingers and calluses. Carry on, Dave.
Someone told me I need to get some super glue to put
yeah.
my finger back
That's
together.
the trick.
Isn't
Done
that
that
gross?
too.
It doesn't seem like something you should do, but I guess that's what everyone does.
Yeah,
Like I feel like the last thing I'd want to do is like put super glue in my wound cut.
They do make liquid Band-Aid, they call it, which is super glue with some kind of medicine in it.
Don't trust it.
So yeah,
Scares me.
so you're playing pretty often. Where was I on
So
that?
I do a lot of these gigs here, which I don't find up in New England, are 4 hours, not 3, 4 hours. You do 4-hour gigs.
I do, but I don't do them very often.
So I've done 4 hours, and then there's one I'll play at the Twisted Tuna sometimes, and that gig doesn't start till 11 at night.
Yeah, that's a 4-hour
wow.
gig.
That would throw me off because I was like, I came here to. One of the things I loved here was that I'm playing, happy hours.
Yep.
I'm done. I get the evening to do
You
what
get the
I want.
morning and then you get the evening
I have to
just
start a gig at 9 o'clock. But so that gig allowed me to like do an afternoon gig for 4 hours, go home, take a nap, start all over again, get up like it's a new day, and then go down Twisted Tuna. That one would be 3 hours, start at 11, be done at 2 a.m.
Oof, that's a late night.
And that's
man.
like the furthest place. That place I actually traveled to. It's like 40, 45 minutes. Get home and then pay for it the next day. It's like
Do they put you inside for that gig, or are they still having you out on the barge?
They have to stop the music outside.
Oh, that's right.
11, so the band would stop, and then I'd be inside. So I've done that a few times. Finally, I got to play outside on the barge last week.
Nice.
That was an earlier gig, and I liked that. That was fun.
The new barge is great. They had an old one out there years ago. I used to call it the Titanic because it was so badly. I almost sank on it. I was like in the zone, and like somebody was like, "Dude, you're."
I remember that.
Sinking.
You did actually sink on it.
I did.
One time,
like literally,
kinda.
these 2 big guys came and like stood on one corner of the barge so that it righted itself. Like one whole
And you're
corner
going down
was
with
down.
your equipment.
And so
Yeah.
so like me and 2 other people like got everything off of it, and I was like, just sitting out there, and the manager comes out, bless his heart, was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "That thing is going down, man." He's like, "Oh, it looks fine. You got to get back on there and play." I was like, "Hey guys, come on off there," and it went kaboosh. I was like, "There's no way that I'll ever get back on this again, ever." I was like, "I don't know what you want me to do." I was like, "But I will not return to that death trap."
And then remember when it was like super extra, and before they actually, when they were in the process of fixing it or patching it up or whatever they had to do to it, they had like a pump that would pump the water out of it, and then every so often it would turn on and it'd be like burp and like a dumping of water out of it to
they
like
had,
drain the
3
barge. And I
bilge
was
pumps,
like, that is obnoxious.
like it was
We
was
can't have
crazy.
that.
The new one is much better. They built it.
It was
much
short
better.
lived. They fixed it quick.
They
But yeah,
did.
for a moment I was like, oh dear, the poor stage. R.I.P.
So speaking of horror stories, what's your favorite place that you've played here so far?
Oh, a horror story.
Well, I don't want to disappoint any because everybody's been so great to hire me to play there. But On the Edge, they were the first ones to hire me here, and they got me there every single weekend.
Nice.
I'm playing there Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, wow.
I got a nice big stage outside, and it's been great.
Yeah, On the
You know,
Edge is a cool
they're
spot.
they're so nice to me there. So I definitely love those guys. The Sunrise Sands, Marty over there hires me. I try to fill up my calendar what I can. I come back to him and he gives me the rest of the dates I want. So
Nice.
been very nice to me. I get a lot of Thursdays and Fridays there, and all both those places were 2 miles from where I live. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's nice to be like
That's
a
ideal.
resident of the island.
I have a steady Monday at Mulligan's in Vero Beach. Have you ever played there?
I haven't played there, but I play right up the street there at Costa Desta and the Farmers Market actually on Saturday mornings there.
So that place, when I first played there, and I use this for my promo shot on my Facebook page, and when I advertise where I'm playing, I'm right on the beach. And they want you set up on sand. There's no stage. The ocean is so close to you; it's to your back. You look to see if the tide's coming in.
No.
Oh, wow.
And the first time was just such a perfect day. I'm like, okay, I did my thing and I enjoyed it. Next time, clouds were coming in. I could see, and the sun went down and spray was coming in off the ocean. And, the guy that books me, I said, I'm not playing outside ever again there. I'm going to, it's not worth it. How many gigs are going to pay for my equipment? It's all going to get destroyed. And since then, they let me play inside.
Nice.
Thank
Well, they
God.
kept you in spite
But
of
I'm
it.
like, I'm hoping they're going to build something. They're supposed to build something, I guess, at some point. They need like a gazebo. They need something serious out there.
Yeah, they're not alone. There's several venues that need to take
and
some
I'd
action
I'd
for
rather-
outdoor gigs.
I'd rather play outside there. You make better tips. You get a more inside. I'm really close to like the end of the bar where
Right,
the waitresses get their drinks.
Yeah.
So I can't be too loud, and it's just kind of it's kind of bizarre. And that's 4 hours.
Yeah. Oof. That's rough, man. 4
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
I try to avoid those
Hey,
like
it's-
the plague.
I just remember, I just keep thinking, well, this is better than the 8-hour gigs I used to do, but they had nothing to do with music.
Yeah, the 8-hour gigs sitting at a desk.
Getting up early in the morning, all that kind of stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
glad to be done with that.
Well, nice, man. Well, that's awesome.
And you get to drink at your new job.
Yeah, that's
if
becoming
you
more of
want.
a hazard. I definitely, I drink a lot more. I don't smoke, get stoned as much during the gigs like I used to like to, like with the Bailouts. Those guys are, they're
not casual smokers.
it's like part of the thing, and I like it and a little buzz. But I've been since I've been here, I haven't really done that. And the other day, like last, I don't know, a week or so ago, some guys were out there. Hey man, I'm like, I put the guitar down for a second. I might have even let it loop or something. I ran out there, took a few tours, came back, and I just started fucking everything up. I was like, I was like, oh man, I gotta stick to the booze now.
kind of like what's probably going to happen to this show momentarily.
very quickly.
Not gonna lie, I have to confess before we get Dave to play a song here. There was a moment where it hit me.
I saw it.
Did you see?
I did see it.
And had a little stumble over my words, and like you were talking, I was so into it, and all of a sudden it was just like, and I was like, oh right.
Do you remember the moment?
I'm just describe the moment.
I know,
to
but
you.
like, what specific moment was it?
I don't.
We want to go
Okay.
back in time.
Yeah,
and
I want to
rewatch
know
it.
when the exact
You'll have to
moment.
rewind it and
Oh,
look
and
at
then
the
you'll be like,
timestamp.
that was the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it could go. The wheels could completely come off this episode tonight, but so far so good.
It's okay.
You
All of
guys-
us know how to work all of that, so it's
Oh.
it's fine. Yeah.
Well, what am I doing here? I could be at Shindig. I could have walked to Shindig by now.
True.
Anyway, I do have to The elephant in the room here is so last week we were battling these little sugar ants, these little ghost ants, right?
Yeah.
They were in everything. They got in our drinks, they got in our like snacks, everything. So I made it my mission this past week to eliminate them, which I effectively did. But what I did not we're like living in a video game now, because it's like we beat the level 1 boss, and now level 2 boss is here, and now we have this infestation of these carpenter ants, these big fuckers.
They're huge. There's one over there.
And
They
I
hurt
don't.
when they bite.
Oh my God, there's so many of them.
I know it's getting out of hand. So by proxy, I believe that they kind of got into the poison as well, and I think.
Oh my God.
I think they're just furious, or they're trying to escape where it is that I've destroyed their home. So,
There are 5 over there that Jordan just stepped on.
yes.
I don't know. The ant thing's weird. I mean, I got them at my place and done all the stuff, so they're not in the kitchen. They
Yeah.
show up in the bedroom.
That's what ours did. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in our bathroom.
Where are they
and they're
coming
here.
from? What do you want in the bedroom? What is it you're looking for here? There's no food. I make
Right?
sure I don't bring food in there.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous. Very infuriating.
It's I'm hoping that this is a fad, that they've all been
fad?
poisoned, and this is their last ditch effort, and hopefully by tomorrow they have all perished. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have to get down on that again and poison them some more.
Or we keep leveling up, and soon they'll be like
Yeah, they're-
tarantula ants or
Yeah, it'll
something.
be like those like tremors.
Just keep getting bigger.
It's like tremors coming out of the yard. Anyway, all right, you guys, it's time to put Dave on the hot seat in this rapid fire interview inspired by the late, great James Lipton, host of Inside the Actor Studio. This is Inside the Lipton Tea. Hello and welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. My name is Brad Brock, playing the part of Mr. James Lipton. I'm here with singer-songwriter, entertainer extraordinaire, Dave Bailin. Dave, welcome to the show. Are you ready to get started?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting this, but let's see how it goes.
Dave, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word. This didn't come up in my pre-interview.
I know it never
I
does.
don't know. I have a favorite word. I don't. Fuck.
That may come up again. What is your least favorite word?
Fuck. It's used. You can use it when you're angry or when you're happy.
True.
Um,
We'll talk. We'll revisit this. Dave, what turns you on?
Rock and roll.
And what turns you off?
Bad rock and roll.
And it exists. It does. What sound or noise do you love?
Sound or noise? The ocean.
And what sound or noise do you hate?
Silence.
Sorry to anger you. What is your favorite curse word?
I already used that word a couple times, so
It makes it easier for the transcript.
yeah. Holy fucking Jesus shit.
What profession other than your own would you like to try?
Well, that's a good question. I love cooking, but I wouldn't want to do it as a profession. So, maybe something to do with music where I didn't have to play music, I guess. No.
Yeah, maybe in marketing.
Yeah.
That's looks like a good avenue
Recording
for you to go.
engineers,
Yeah.
stuff kind of thing.
Dig it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What job would you not do under any circumstance?
teaching high school. That was my last job.
Oh, never again.
No more.
And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You can stay.
Yes! Nice job, man. Sorry to spring it on you. All right, you guys, let's dive into our news segment here with the top-rated entertainment news program in the private JNC podcast Facebook group. And headlines delivered with such hair-splitting accuracy, you'd think it was done by an Imperial Stormtrooper. This is the Jordy Files. Good job, Jordan. All right, it's the Jordy Files.
Yay, now that I ripped my eardrums out.
Yes, well, you just got to be careful. You were over there swinging that pole around like you were
Well, the
professional.
song gets me all amped, you know?
That is an easy song to get amped to.
Yes.
Lit, if you will.
So, anyway, we have some very awesome birthdays today on a very awesome day.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
very impressed. I didn't hate any of them,
Yeah, this is
which
well, that's
never
great.
happens. Yeah.
This is how the stars align.
Yeah. The first one will blow your mind because he should not be this old. But Star Trek actor George Takei,
You got it.
Takei,
Look at you.
Okay.
love him, is turning a whopping 85 years old today. Can we all just
God.
have a moment of silence in Dave's honor here to... Oh. 85.
Yeah.
My God.
I meant to do this one.
Hurts the soul.
But he's still kicking. He's good. He's doing good.
Yeah, he probably looks amazing.
Oh, my.
Oh yeah, look at how cute he is. Oscar-winning actress Jessica Lange is 73 today. The
Somehow, I weirdly believe that. I feel like she's been old the entire time I've known her.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But 73.
But brilliant. She's
doesn't
won so
look
many
73.
Oscars.
Yeah, I feel like she's looked 55 forever.
Yeah.
True.
Kinda. Yeah.
Good genes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We gotta
Good plastic surgery.
I was gonna say, get her surgeon's card there.
Yeah, love her. She's a bad bitch. Baywatch babe, front and center in this photo, is Carmen Electra. She is turning the big 5-0 today. Oh.
Wow.
Still killing it.
Grammy award-winning, still beautiful. Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter, musician, producer, and a member of reggae royalty. Stephen Marley is 49 years old today.
Jeez.
Fitting that he'd be born on 420. I guess, Bob had to have one of his cherubs born on that day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yes, he is the son of Bob Marley. And actor and musician Joey Lawrence is turning 45 today.
Whoa. Anybody remember that? No,
Yeah.
I'm not the only.
Had a crush on him in childhood, so it doesn't make me feel old at all. It's fine. Yeah. Remember him, the brotherly love. Right? Wasn't he in there?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah. All of them
yeah.
were in there, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
It was so long ago, I don't remember. Songwriter, musician, and producer Clay Cook is 43 years old today. He's currently a member of the Zac Brown Band, but he also co-wrote some of John Mayer's earlier tunes, like No Such Thing and Neon, both jammy jams.
Yeah,
So-
Clay Cook probably hugely responsible for launching John Mayer into whatever stratosphere he's in now.
Yes, and Zac Brown Band is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Can do no wrong.
Yeah, Clay's awesome.
Yes.
Nice. Happy birthday, you guys.
Collecting dead ants over there.
Oh, good. Thank you. Helping the cause here.
Oh, my God.
Fishing them up in your little yellow notepad.
It's a good thing that they can't form a wall. Brad would not be able to get out of his area because there's so many over there.
It's crazy in here. I I'm scared. We might have to move it inside. No, I'm just
Have you ever been attacked by fire ants before?
Yes. Yeah, definitely in my youth. Not.
I'm just thankful it's not the
I
fire
had it
ants.
happen once in a outside shower. It was
Oh,
nighttime.
no.
I was stoned. I had no idea what happened. They were all over my feet. All of a sudden, I was just like I just felt
A
I'm
burning
like,
sensation?
Yeah, I'm like, is the water really hot? I didn't know, and then I'm like, why do my feet look like they're all dirty? And I got in the light, and they're just covered in ants. Like, oh my
It takes
god, oh
it
my
takes
god.
milliseconds too. Like they go to work. Like there is no time to react.
Oh no, they all bite at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And
it's
the
wild.
next day, I just had I had the measles all over my feet and legs.
You had the what is it? The
Ant
plague
pimples.
or
I don't know.
Ant fever.
It's terrible. The worst.
yikes.
Talk about just a terrible insect. We don't need that.
No, a biologist would disagree with you.
Whatever. We don't need them either. No, I'm just kidding. So the next article, gonna try to get through without getting emotional.
Yes.
But the man who supplied drugs to Mac Miller was sentenced. I think was it yesterday or
Yeah, it was
it the other
it was
day?
either today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Might have been today.
I think it. So he was sentenced to nearly 11 years in prison. So there was justice for the Mac. The man charged with supplying rapper Mac Miller with counterfeit oxycodone pills that led to his overdose death has been sentenced to over a decade in prison. So I guess Ryan Rivas, who's 39, will serve 10 years and 11 months behind bars for his involvement in the rapper's death. And then let's see, some other part here. Oh yeah, and then it was just so sad. Little Mac's mother, Karen, told the court that my son would never knowingly take a pill with fentanyl, ever. He wanted to live and was excited about the future, which, if you listen to any of his stuff ever, he did. So she said, the hole in my heart will always be there. But I guess, obviously the Ryan fella is remorseful. He basically said, whatever happens today, I'm lucky. I'm the lucky one because my family is here and I'm here and I'll be with them again. So,
well, you know,
it's better than, I guess him being like,
jerk off.
whatever. Yeah. So, sorry, that was loud. So yes, so that's that.
All right.
But yeah,
well,
I can't believe that
justice for Mac.
he passed away September 7th of 2018, which is just wild.
Yeah, it feels like not that long ago, huh?
Yeah. I guess we did lose 2 years, so because I was like, it seems like it was 2 years ago, but I guess we're creeping up on 4. So the next article, I'm gonna kind of probably let you talk about this one, Brad, because there are some word bangers in this one.
All right.
Word bangers.
There's a new millipede species named after Taylor Swift. So yeah, Brad, why don't you tell
What is that picture?
It's a Taylor Swift millipede.
Did you make that?
No.
Oh my god! Someone else made that. That's I
some
think
other
that might be
wacko did it.
worse.
Is that what the bugs look like? Do you think that's what's in the lounge here?
That's
Could
the
be.
next.
We're under attack by the
infestation.
Nanari Swift Day.
Swift Day.
Yes. Apparently, the one of the scientists that discovered this 300-legged millipede
Holy moly!
is a fan of Taylor Swift's music and gave it a little name. So marked in
Looks
history.
Like the one I saw one of those this morning. I flushed down the toilet.
Oh,
You should
you
have
flushed a
saved
Swiftie down the
I
toilet?
didn't know what it was. It looked pretty disgusting. It looked like it was dead. I picked it up. It was still moving.
Oh, welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
You're going to find some weird shit in your house. Look what's happening right now around us. This is what you have to look forward to.
I just, snake's a thing that bothers me.
True.
Yeah. Taylor has yet to publicly react to the news.
Oh.
So I guess we'll
She'll be tweeting about it soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It took me a really long time to accept the cockroaches.
Oh, here in Florida.
But you mean
Yeah.
the palmetto bugs? The
Yeah.
huge ones?
And the
Yeah.
flying ones are those ones that fly?
Yeah.
I've never seen
I
them.
don't know. Oh, I don't know. But
these ones, they crawl up You have to put like a good strainer in your sink because they'll just crawl up through the sink.
Oh yeah, we can't have that.
You wake up in the middle of the night, it's dark, and all of a sudden you turn the light in the bathroom in the kitchen, and there's one of those sitting there. That happened to me once, and the keys. I was, what is that? Like a cockroach that's like that big?
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I don't like that.
That's
They're-
why I have
they're here.
cats. Nothing lives in my home.
Yeah, at least they don't bite. I feel like that's the only.
Yet.
Seeing like
Perk.
rodent control vehicles in front of every restaurant here is like you're just used to seeing it now. It used to be
Yeah.
like where I am, it's like, oh, maybe we don't want to eat there. Here it's like, we should eat there. They got everything under control.
Yeah.
They're addressing the bug
Well, what's
problem.
crazy is you'll see a lot of places, especially like outside places that have like, the cute little resident cats. They're just so cute and adorable. No, they serve a very sinister
Yeah.
purpose, and that is
Right.
to destroy
Anything.
any of these creatures.
Yeah.
It's the best pest control. It just costs, some cat food.
Yeah, you just gotta have
Purina.
nice patrons to keep the kitties around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not steal them like they do at the Square Grouper sometimes.
Steal the cats?
Yeah.
Protect
yeah.
them. We got coyotes. They take the cat.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Nice. All right.
Quite a
A
food
Taylor
chain.
Swift millipede. That's fantastic.
That is great.
Uh,
Just what we need.
That can't be the craziest story on this.
It probably is, but are they called PSY?
Sigh.
Psy? Okay. Psy confirms his comeback by teasing new track Happier. So they had the 2012
It's just one guy.
viral.
His name's Sigh.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Psy guy. He had the 2012 hit Gangnam Style. Remember that?
Whoop.
Debak.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop. Yeah. You remember the dance? Could we all do the dance right now?
Was it just this?
No, there was a lot. You see the
Oh.
the graphic. If you guys are just listening to this, you should go and watch the show. 'Cause, I like to put fun graphics up, like the Taylor Swift millipede and
Yeah, you missed
Psy
that.
doing the Gangnam Style.
Excellent.
Yeah, he successfully introduced K-pop to Western radio. Just so you know, so like BTS would not be anywhere they are if it wasn't for this guy putting on that horrendous song back in 2012. Not horrendous. It was the catchiest song
Yeah.
that ever
that song
existed
was amazing.
ever. Whoop, whoop. I mean, just brilliant. And the dance, and then his just and he's actually incredibly talented. If you ever listen to like other things that he's done, he's very, very good. So I'm excited that he's
Yeah.
getting another tune out there.
And I guess this Happier track features vocals from Crush, who sings I Want to Be Happier. So.
Oh.
And the song is due out on April 29th, which is my brother's birthday, whoop whoop, at 6 p.m. Korean time. So sometime our time.
The next day.
Oh.
Yeah, the next day, maybe.
Yes, crunch those numbers,
many
Jordan.
hours before or after. So,
Crunching those numbers.
yeah. So
Nice. All right. Well,
glad
good
he's
for Psy.
surfacing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Better live up to the hype. American Idol recap. Judges save platinum ticket winner from elimination as top 14 is revealed. So
I've been watching this.
Have you?
Yeah, me and Anthony have been watching American Idol.
Oh my God! Do you
Unfortunately,
love
I can't
Miles?
watch it until Monday night, so like I can't,
Can't
vote.
vote.
But
Oh.
I saved the, I got the app, and I saved her number because I think they have the same number throughout the entire show, right? And so like I'll vote on Sunday nights, even though I can't watch until Monday. She's amazing, by
Right.
the
Yeah,
way.
like this kid. If you've not heard
Amazing.
that, so Dave Allegra Miles, who's pictured there, she's a local kid from West Palm Beach, and she's now in the top 14 of American Idol, and she's just outstanding. I think she's 19 years old,
Yeah.
and she kills, man. She's amazing.
And she was on The Voice a
Yep.
couple years
She
ago.
made it to
right?
top 8 in The Voice,
Yeah.
and so now she's doing American Idol. Yeah, and she's amazing. And now she's older, so she's only gotten more mature and better, at her craft. But yeah, man, it's
Yep.
awesome. But she's on thin ice because it was the judges that saved her this week, not the votes. So you guys
Really?
got to get out there and vote for this kid, man.
Hey, can I ask you something? What do you
course.
think about these shows? David Grohl had written something a while ago about like Nirvana and how they started out being really shitty in a garage,
Mm-hmm.
and that people watch these shows, kids watch these shows, and they think they have to be really good to make it. And I
Right.
picture someone like a Dylan or Neil Young or
Never-
Springsteen or anybody
never
like
make it.
that being on one of those shows that have been laughed off of it immediately.
100%.
So
I'm not a fan of the genre. I don't necessarily like talent shows, or I like talent shows, but I don't like talent contests. I think that like a open mic is much more like a talent show than a talent. You don't walk away with a grand prize. You don't win anything. But I appreciate the platform for what it is, and it's an opportunity for some of these kids to be propelled into stardom. Now, with that comes things like, the after effects of being propelled into stardom without cutting your teeth. But, I feel like that it's a little different now because the way that they're searching these people out, like Allegra, she's very young, but she plays gigs all over the place around here, so she's kind of cut her teeth a little bit. She plays an instrument. She writes songs. She has records out. So for, her to go and do this, it's just like if we were to, go and sit in front of record execs and do an audition, so this is like an audition with a big fat bonus if you make it to the top. So I would never have done a show like this because these kids would blow me away talent wise. But it doesn't diminish the story I have to tell
But
you.
you have so many talents. You have to have an incredible voice to do those shows. You don't see one that has like a gravelly voice or
like
something
either
like,
incredible or very unique, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to be kind of a whole package. That's why The Voice came out and was so different because the judges got to pick people based on
Blindly.
just what they're hearing, and then they spin around and they can be 80 years old, or they can be like 8 foot tall or 2.5 feet tall, and they didn't know what they're gonna get. Yeah, and
I saw
any
a guy
age.
on there who was 50 years old. I was like, yeah, wow.
There's hope for us, man. So you never know. I may change my mind, but it's not likely. But she's the perfect. She's at the perfect place for her to be doing what she's doing right now, and I wish her the best. I hope that she can that she goes all the way, and then doesn't forget about us little people.
Right. Come on the show.
But yeah, so American Idol returns Sunday, April 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. So be sure to check that out and vote
Yes.
for your favorite, but not for your favorite, for Allegra exclusively.
That was a good point, though.
yeah,
It was a good discussion.
yeah. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think Derek touched on it. Last week when I was like, talking about American Idol and how much I hated it, and I was like, I don't hate it. I would just never be on it. I would never.
But some
go
of
through the
my
process.
favorite influences in the world would never be on that show. Could have never been on that if that show existed when they came around.
Sure,
Yeah.
but there are
way.
there are shows in the genre now that are coming out that are focused more on like songwriting and things like that, which I think is very cool. So it's not so much on how you perform the songs as the quality of the songs, and so they're working on it. Shows are coming out. People get it. Somebody gets it. Somebody knows how to.
Has to be a
Cha-ching that into
show.
money.
Now it has to be a show. Has to be something. You
Yep.
can't.
Can't just go and do it anymore.
Nobody's. Yeah, I mean, you have to have something. You just don't sell records anymore.
That's it, man. That's it. We've had discussions, endless discussions on that. Selling records is.
That's why you have to be creative. That's why.
Yeah, that's why
come up with something.
That's why we're back to cassettes here.
Yeah.
Cassettes.
Going backwards.
Nice. All right, Jordy. Anything else there?
I think that about wraps it up for today, folks.
All right, that's a Jordy file. Nice. All right. Well, how do you feel? You ready to? We want to play a little tune?
I'll play a tune.
Play a little tune for
I
us.
had all kinds of tunes, but I'm pretty buzzed, so maybe I can get through one and the this one. Can you recognize it from the harmonica? take you on a midnight ride. There's someone I used to see, she don't give a damn for me. So let's get to the point, let's roll another joint, turn the radio loud. I'm too alone to be proud, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. People come and people go. Some grow young, some grow cold. I woke up in between a memory and dream. So let's get to the point, let's roll another joint, head on down the road to somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. Old man was born to rock, he's still trying to beat the clock. Think of me what you will, I've got a little space to fill. So let's get to the point, let's roll another joint, head on down the road to somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. So let's get to the point, let's roll another joint, head on down the road to somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to me. That little clap you have, I just came up with this the other day because when you perform, you feed off energy, and people might really like what you're doing, and they won't respond at all, and you don't know if they like it or not. And one person claps, other people will clap. You just need that one person.
You just need one person to get into it.
I want to add a foot pedal that's got claps in it.
It's not hard. You can get one of those Roland sound pads where you can load in your own.
But that's more. I just wanted to add. I don't like all these more things that hook. I just want one. I got a few pedals. I got room for one more. I want that one.
Yeah, I think they do have pedals where you can can put in your own sounds or whatever.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use that because I swear to God, I put that, and if you get it just right, they won't even know it's coming from me. They'll think it's somebody, and then it'll work. I just know it.
Yeah.
See, I don't even want to be coy about it. I want like a huge Carnegie Hall applause for every song in like, I don't know, in like a quiet restaurant.
Yeah, no one's in there at all.
No, yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
just,
Thank
and
you.
it's just 8 times louder than I am, just always. All right, you guys, get your thinking caps on because it's time for Name That Tune. All right. We are here for Name That Tune. We invite all of our live viewers to play along with us in the chats and comments. We're looking, of course, for the name of the song and the artist or band that performs it. Our category tonight is, you may have guessed, 420. So let's put your 420 knowledge to the test. Are we ready to play?
No.
All right, you guys. Here is the first clue coming at you for our 420. Name that tune.
Daddy, he once told me, son, you be hardworking man.
Here it is one more time for you playing along at home or in your car. Try not to do that, though.
Daddy, he once told me, son, you be hardworking man.
All right, Jordan's still writing. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, let's see what you got here in the lounge. It is Smoke Two Joints by Sublime. Jordan, you get half credit. Nice.
Half a ding.
It is Smoke Two Joints. Jay chiming in over there on Facebook. Smoke Two Joints as well. Nice. All right, we're off to a good start. This is a good, solid start. All right, here we go. Are we ready for the next clue? Here we are. Next clue.
Everybody must get stoned. Well,
Here it is one more time.
everybody must get stoned. Well,
We were actually talking about this song a little bit ago, or at the beginning of the show.
I was going to play it.
Because yeah.
Did I show it too soon?
I
I think
read
Jordan-
it and I still have no idea what it.
All right, let's see what you got here. It is Bob Dylan, and it is Rainy Day Women at number 12 and 35. Jay,
Wow.
yes. And Jay came in, he said, Bob Dylan, Everybody Must Get Stoned. And I think that's like the common, everybody goes, oh, that's the Everybody Must Get Stoned song. But it is Rainy Day Women, number 12 and 35. Random. I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah, what does number 12 and 35 mean?
I've heard the story, but and I just read the whole book about it, and I already forgot.
I feel like now you've repressed it.
Might have had to do with the tracks they ended up using. Some say one of the stories was that a couple of ladies came in out of the rain while they were recording it. One was 12 and one was 35. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, it was just folklore. But, it was Dylan. He named songs whatever he wanted to.
True.
Alicia said, Everybody Must Get Stoned, Bob Dylan. Jay said, noted. So now he knows. Stacy Antonelli is chiming in. And she said,
Stacey.
Dave's Idol, Bob Dylan. So nice. Nice. All right. We ready for the next clue? Here we are. Here it goes.
I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker.
Pretty easy one, I think. Let's play it once again for posterity.
I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker.
Jordan.
I'm having a brain fart.
Oh, no. Jordan. I'm going to give you an extra 30 seconds.
Panty sang it.
I'm going to give you I'm going to play it one more time just for you. Listen real hard.
I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker.
Possibly rhymes with all of those things. Alicia got it there on Facebook. And so did Jay. Are we ready? What do you guys got? It is the Joker by the Steve Miller Band, and you got it under the wire there, Jordan. Everybody got it here in the lounge. Well done. Well done. The Joker, Steve Miller Band. All right, we got two more. This one maybe not as easy. I saw the light bulbs go off in Elly over there. Here it is one more time. Yes. Oh, everybody's writing feverishly except for Elly. She's pondering. She's writing down now, though.
You do this one, Brad?
I don't. I do another one from this band, but I don't do this one.
Which one do you?
I do Island in the Sun. So good.
That's appropriate.
Oh,
then,
that
yeah.
gave it away.
Yes. What did you... Oh, Jordan, you can't erase it. It is Hash Pipe by Weezer.
I'm so good at this game.
Yeah, you're killing it tonight. Alicia said Hash
what
Pipe
Weezer?
Weeper, but then she corrected herself and said Weezer.
That autocorrect.
Yeah.
Watch out for that.
Gotta watch out for that. All right. And here's the last one. If you've been paying attention, you may already know the answer.
Let's roll another joint and turn a red.
Here it is one more time, as if you need it.
Let's roll another joint and turn a red.
Awesome. Awesome choice, by the way. That was a good choice to perform. Everybody writing feverishly. Oh my goodness. The song title is quite long. I will admit that. All right, what do you guys have here? Oh, Elly's rewriting the long one. Yes, it is Tom Petty. You don't know how it feels.
I didn't have enough time
Is
to
it
write
the Wallflowers too, or no?
No.
Is that not what
The
their name is?
Heartbreakers.
The
Who
Heartbreakers.
are you?
Tom Petty and the Wallflowers.
How
That's
stoned
Bob
are you?
Dylan.
I love it.
Oh my god!
Jacob Dylan.
Maybe I should have had an edible.
That's all right. I used the wrong side of the eraser last time. Now it's a disgusting mess.
No.
And I was a
Oh
school
my
teacher. I should
God.
know these things.
Yeah,
That's okay.
How to use a eraser.
Whoever has to use it next will be a victim.
it's their problem.
What answer did you have, Elly? You could be honest.
I just wrote Tom Petty.
Oh, that was it, huh?
That was
That's
about
not
as
bad.
far as I got.
Nice. So let's name that too. Great job tonight, guys. Yes, I see where my 420 people are. The P.O. I do have another game for all of you tonight. Yes, keep a hold of the boards. Since we're in the game mood, I'm in the game mood. I've got another fun interactive game for all of you tuning in out there as well. So another thing to put your minds to. This game is especially for today, and it's called Church or Dispensary. So what's going to happen is I'm going to say the name of an actual place, and you'll tell me in the chats and comments out there or on the boards here in the lounge whether this is the name of a church or the name of a cannabis dispensary.
What's the difference, though?
To some, so these are actual churches like the Catholic
lot of
Church,
them
the
down
Baptist
here.
Church.
Yes, like we sing.
There's a lot
Yes.
of. That's what I find down here. There's a lot of like weird places down here.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's
Like I think there's cults. There's like churches with no windows on them. Just they look like compounds.
Yes,
What
lots
is
of
with that? What
places
is with
to
that,
worship.
lots of denominations.
Well, it keeps the cooling bill quite low when there's no windows.
And I don't
yet-
see cars in the
I was
parking
going to
lot.
say, yet you never see any cars.
No, I think they're filled
Ever.
with people,
Yeah.
and there's nobody in there. Lots of weapons in there, I guess.
Lots of weapons.
All right, you guys, are you ready to play this incredibly fun and engaging game?
Now, is there photos, or is you just going to give the name?
No photos. I'm just going to give the name. I didn't have time to really
Jordan
think
can't
this out.
read, only pictures.
I need pictures. I'm a picture book kind of gal.
Fantastic. Okay, here we are. First one. Next Level. Is that a church or dispensary? Next Level.
I'm going with my gut.
Again, out there, if you're listening or watching live, You could shoot those answers in the in the chats and comments, whether it's a church or dispensary. All right. You're still writing? It's 2 words.
I had an incident.
Oh, there was an incident. Do you be careful? The ants are going to get it down there.
Run away
I
with
had
your
an
magic
incident.
Incident.
All right. What do you guys have here in the lounge? Church, dispensary. Okay, so Dave and Elly both said church, and Jordan said dispensary. There is only 2 of you that are correct, and it's church. Next level. All right. Ready for question number 2? Elevate life.
Ooh. Elevate life?
Elevate life. Is that a church or a dispensary? Stacy
know
chimed
if
in,
I
I
know
think,
how
on the
to
last
spell
question,
this.
and she said dispensary also. So you weren't completely alone, Jordan.
Thank you, Stacy.
You never know. There might be a dispensary. with
I'm
that
sure
name.
there is. Did you fact check this?
I did. In fact, I Google
In
mapped.
the whole
I Google
Earth.
mapped everything. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been telling you. Next Level Church from Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is Elevate Life. And what do you guys have here? Dispensary, church, dispensary. 2 dispensaries, 1 church. It's actually a church.
Gosh darn it. Have you
Nice
been to all
job,
these
Dave.
places,
In a row.
Dave?
And Elevate Life Church is in Briscoe,
It just
Texas.
sounds like these wacko churches. I don't know.
All right. Next one is The Burning Bush.
Is this a trick?
They're all tricks. That's the whole point of
I
this
don't know.
game.
That one is a really tricky trick.
The Burning Bush. Is that a church or dispensary?
Sounds like something you gotta go see a doctor for.
Or you tell no one.
It's a medical emergency. That's what that is.
Give me a razor.
Stacy said both.
Staggy.
And it's possible. But not for this game. All right. What do you guys have here? Dispensary. Jordan, what did you have? Dispensary.
I tried to make a marijuana leaf really quickly.
The Burning Bush is a dispensary in Kansas, Oklahoma.
Weird places.
Weird places. Well, you got to figure there's only a finite amount of places where it's legal to go and
And to have stupid Jesus dispensary names.
yes. Next clue.
Okay.
The Church of Weed.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good one.
Next
is
clue
that?
is Dream City. Is that a church or dispensary?
Dream City.
Dream City. Sorry, you guys out there live. I know this is a weird game. We don't normally play this game. I feel like whenever we try new games, people like clam up. They don't want to chime in anymore.
I think we should play it every week.
It's a good one. It's fun. Or do something like it. We do. I will in my shameless plugs. I will be plugging a new addition to the show that we'll be doing soon. What do you guys have here?
Better not be eating both.
Dream City is a churchery, dispensary, and church. It is a church in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
Dream City. Weird. All right.
Bother erasing it unless you want to change your mind. Just keep your. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Not too bad. No, actually, yours might be bad. See, you had a nice like dual action one there.
He's right regardless.
Next, next clue is blunt. Church or dispensary?
Blunt.
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 That if that's a church, I'll join it. I'm sorry what I wrote down.
Oh, you just wrote down the words. Nice, good job.
In case he forgets.
He's gotta, he has to look at
I need
it,
somebody to take notes for me.
and then he can.
Oh, Babsy said church.
Yeah.
What did you guys have here in the lounge?
Stereophotography here.
Dispensary. Wrong. It is a church in Blunt, Oklahoma.
Oh, those dicks.
I knew it. It seemed too.
Sounds
too
like a fun.
simple. Yeah.
Sounds like a fun
Too
town to
easy.
live in. All right, I got 2 more for you
Fucking
guys.
Blunt, Oklahoma.
All right. So
That
this
sounds
one,
like a fun town.
It does.
church or dispensary, Harvest House.
Or do you think it just means they are blunt?
Babsy said, sounds like a lovely church, Blunt.
One of the. I'm just guessing the same answer. I keep erasing and rewriting it.
Harvest House. Is that a church or dispensary? What do you guys have? We got 1 church and 2 dispensaries here in the lounge. It is a dispensary.
Yeah.
You guys caught up with me now.
Yeah, right? We're getting there.
And final clue,
Oh, my.
Greater Harvest, church or dispensary?
Seems like a trick.
Greater Harvest, church or dispensary?
That word harvest, man.
Yeah, I know.
know. See, it throws you off. Might still be throwing you off.
Or are you?
You never know. The last one was a dispensary. Think of all the harvests. Green harvests. All right, what do you guys... Come on, Jordan. It's one word. What do you guys have here in the lounge? 2 churches and 1 dispensary. It is a church. Greater Harvest Church of Nashville, Tennessee. The dispensary for Harvest House is in Guadalupe, Arizona. Just so you know. Nice, guys. Did pretty good. That was fun. All right.
So silly.
I know. All right, you guys. It's time to get you over that midweek slump. Midweek slump with Elly's Bad Bitch Bible Study. Exactly. Elly, what's up?
Hey.
All right.
So-
give us some of that good.
So, in honor of 420, I just kind of wanted to advocate for medical marijuana,
All right.
if that's welcome on
Sure.
this day,
Yes.
this holy day.
This holiest of days. Holy holy smokes.
Holy smokes. But no, most people that have visited my page and, read any of my blogs are aware that, I suffer from a lot of anxiety, and it got really bad for a couple of years where I literally couldn't even leave my house. It would take me 4 hours of psyching myself up just to go through a drive-through to get some food because I was starving. And then sometimes I would be like, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed hungry, because I can't do that. And I have not been a huge weed smoker when I was younger. Everyone I feel kind of experiments, but it wasn't my go-to thing. So I didn't really start smoking until I went the medical route and got my medical card and had the mindset of using it as a medicine in a way that was going to help with my bipolar and anxiety and things like that. And I had been on prescription medication for most of my life and hated the side effects. Anyone that's been on antidepressants or mood stabilizers, they understand. It makes you feel weird. The side effects are crazy. And it makes you gain weight or lose weight, and just a lot of physical and mental complications with prescription medication. So I was like, let me try this. Let me see if it works. And it fucking did. It got me to a point where I could leave my house. I could go to the grocery store. I could,
Do a podcast?
yeah, I could just go out and talk to people, things that people need because we're social creatures, and being able to go out and actually enjoy myself and not be just consumed by all of this anxiety. And it was actually just life-changing for me to have something that really worked and didn't have these horrible side effects. And I felt very stable and just free to be myself and enjoyed that. It's been awesome.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
In the dispensaries here, do you find them knowledgeable to help you with the right product for your anxieties? Because I mean, I've been to many dispensaries. There's so many up now up in the Massachusetts area.
Mm-hmm.
I find it hit or miss whether how knowledgeable people are. They just seem to hire all kinds of people, but you know, when you're really trying to use it medically, you know, like I try to find something to help my mom sleep so I could get that
Mm-hmm.
for her, you know. Some people have no idea, you know, they're peddling their stuff, but did they help you find the right product?
I have had an amazing experience because with your medical card, you have to go and see an actual doctor and they have to prescribe it to you. You have to do that every 7 months.
And how much is that?
So because I'm a veteran, the place I go, it's only $100.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
$100, that's it?
It's $100. And then most places, I mean, there's so many doctors that are transitioning into the medical marijuana field because not only is it profitable, but it's not pushing prescription medication. And that's one thing that I've noticed from a lot of the doctors that I've seen. I've seen a total of 3 physicians that have prescribed me the prescription for whatever, you know, marijuana is coming out. They've have oils, flour, edibles, all of that. And they've all been very professional and have, you know, warned me of the concerns about, you know, smoking, marijuana, and like there's a lot of sugar in edibles, things like that. So they're very knowledgeable in the product that they're actually prescribing people. And all of them that I've talked to and I've said, you know, I have bipolar, I have anxiety, these things, they give recommendations like maybe you should do this strand with this strand. So there's been a lot of information. They take it very seriously. It's more people I feel that are passionate about the good that marijuana does for people and the different ways that you can utilize it, rather than just like, oh yeah, I smoke all the time, like I just want to get into this and, you know, and like sell it. They're trained professionals and they have a lot of information and knowledge about the product they're selling. It's awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
What's been like the form that helped you the most?
So I prefer hybrids. I've noticed that indicas will make me feel a little sick. They don't sit well in my stomach. Sativas sometimes will keep me up or make me more anxious. So like a hybrid's a nice middle ground for me.
The smoking or eating or?
So I smoke mainly. Smoking in general is the quickest way to feel effects. Edibles are good if you want long-term effects.
But it takes like an hour and a half to hit
Yeah.
you. I don't know. Yeah.
Depending on your weight and how much you ate that day.
Yeah,
You know, if
so
you
many
take an
variables.
edible, sometimes it'll hit you hard in 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour to really kind of settle in. But smoking is harder to gauge the dosage. However, the most quickly effective.
Well, that's the thing. You can just take a toke, see how you feel. All right, I want some more. Or 10 minutes later, or I want to smoke the whole joint. You know, you can. That's what
Yeah.
that song's about.
Yeah. 100%.
And, you know, I guess my main point is that if you are someone who is having issues with anxiety or any, you know, like pains, because it helps with my pain too. I work a very demanding job and I have a lot of pain from it. And I'll come home, I'll smoke, and I feel much better. Like it helps relax muscles, and it's a nice feeling at the end of the day. And I'm someone like I won't go to work high. I just don't. If I do want to do it, there's CBD, which is very comparable. It doesn't have the THC, but it still has that calming effect. And it's been great. Like, I feel like I'm a whole new person, much more confident, happy, comfortable. And as someone who struggled with taking prescription medication for certain things, and Brad, I know you have a story about some of your friends, and just the benefits of medical marijuana. You've seen that happen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's just if you're looking for something to actually work, if what you're doing is not working and you're looking for something else, try medical marijuana because it's incredible. And I personally have had a great experience with it. I had to like microdose in the beginning because I'm already like super paranoid. And then when you're trying to figure out like what's going to work for you, like you get into those modes and you like, especially if you're smoking or even doing edibles, you may like take too much. And I've been violently too high.
You trip?
Yeah, like it's very uncomfortable and scary to get to that point. So, you know, you start out slow, work your way up, see what you're comfortable with. But no one's ever died from smoking weed. It may feel like you're going to. I've been there. But, you know, like it's...
Well, it's true. The walls that have been surrounded, or that have surrounded marijuana forever, you know, and the reasons why it was illegal in the first place has all come to light now. And it was all political and it was all money driven. And, you know, so like the reasons that it's been illegal for so long, it's just not, it doesn't hold up anymore.
Isn't
you
it
know?
amazing? It's the one thing that Democrats and Republicans agree on is to legalize it.
Finally, right? You know, so what's happening is
I like my guns and I like my pot.
People are people are
so-
understanding the real benefits to cannabis, and you know, and it's not just stoner culture anymore. You know, these are helping real people overcome really massive problems like anxiety, pain. Some claim that it has been therapeutic for cancers. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's coming to light, and this is an herb that has been used by mankind since the dawn of time for health benefits. You know,
for nausea, like you were saying, for cancer and treatment. I mean, that's been something that people have known for a long time.
Yeah,
and
glaucoma.
there's
you know,
all kinds
these
of pills
things.
people taking for that, but nothing works as good as, from what I hear, you know, for nausea, marijuana.
Yeah,
You know?
it's the stigma needs to end, and I'm you know, I'm not saying everybody go and just get high all the time and be high all the time, but like, you know,
But maybe.
but it's time to look at it as a therapeutic tool, versus something that we're locking human beings in jail for years of their lives for peddling medicine to people. This is the only way you were able to get it before.
Ant
So,
just crawled in my pedal board.
oh no!
It's dead now. Died. It's half dead. Even
All right,
better.
Elly. Any closing remarks for this Bible study?
Yeah. Find what you love and do it every day.
Yeah, you go.
Period.
I love it. All right, you guys. The time has come to get into our... What are we getting into, Jordy?
Shameless plugs. And the crowd goes wild.
They go wild. Yeah. As always, I'd like to round out our shows with our shameless plugs, where we go around the room, we talk about all the things that you should be looking out for and checking out. And we like to start with our special guest, and that tonight is the amazing Dave Bailin.
Brad, it is such a pleasure to be on your show today.
Oh, and
I
I'm
have to
glad
tell
that
you,
you're
man,
here.
you're one of the first dudes I ever met here, and you've always blown my mind. I think you're the best musician around for sure.
I don't tell anybody else
Oh,
that, but
man.
I mean, please stop. Please stop.
So,
Yeah, man.
you know, so I'm thrilled to be here, and honestly,
Aw.
Thank you so much.
So if anybody wants to friend me on Facebook, because I don't use a bunch of these, I just can't keep up with all these social media platforms. I don't get the time. I don't know. I don't know how people are on. I don't have a clue. Maybe I'm just old. But So on Facebook, though, my profile page, this is my profile page. I don't know. The camera's right there. You can't see it. But
there will be a forever link.
I keep up with it. It's all the dates or where I'm playing around, whether it's here or New England. I'm going to keep it that way. And I only keep my about music. I don't post anything but gigs and music, and that's pretty much it. So it's a safe platform for me. So coming up Friday, I'll be at the Island Beach Bar at Ocean Village.
Nice.
I gotta fix that. From 5 to 8, and then I'm on the Edge from 1 to 5 both Saturday and Sunday.
I'm on the Edge every day. My God, on the Edge Bar and Grill.
All right, yeah, that's on the inlet here. Every Monday I'm at Vero Beach from 5 to 9. But I do want to plug a special show I'm doing at the Sunrise Sands on the 28th. My buddy Chris Till is coming down from Maine, and he was actually in a original band 20 years ago with me. Our band Spot the Loony, from years ago, and he was like the first really decent drummer I ever played with, And as it turned out, like years later, we hadn't really been in touch. And then I have a place up in Maine. I play up in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, a lot in the summer. And it turns out he lives right down the street from me there. And I hooked up with him recently, and he's been playing drums with me, like as a duet. And he's coming down here to I'm gonna have him on some other gigs, I hope, during that week. But on the 28th, he's gonna be playing with me, and from I'm not sure the time. I put like 1 to 6, so we're gonna be doing all like afternoon at the Sunrise Sands, which is at the very end in Jetty Park. After
the old inlet for all of you old schoolers out there.
And we're going to be jamming out. We sound like a full band, just two of us together. We have a great time. I find, I can keep going. I'm one of these musicians where other guys will be like, I need to go take a cigarette break. I need to go, I can't, I need to take a freaking break, And I'm starting to get that way, playing every day, but still, when I got energy, I can keep going. I don't know about you, but I don't really like taking breaks. I don't know what to do with myself on breaks.
Oh my God, I take a break. I take naps. I
go out in your car and take a nap.
Yeah, I actually use it most of the time. I use it as an opportunity to just go and like talk to people.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I had an agent that used to tell me, "You take a break." I got to say, he actually helped me a lot. He was getting me these gigs up in Maine, and he'd say, "When you take a break, you don't go take a break. You don't go hang out with your friends. You go and talk to people,
True.
And it's becoming, I don't consider myself as much a musician as an entertainer now. And for me, and I don't know about you, but the hardest part, I think, the whole thing, the last piece to come together was actually entertaining, talking to people.
Right,
constantly, engaging people, not just, and the way my agent used to say, he's like, you go, you got to fuck with the people. I mean, he'd actually get me a 5-hour gig. I used to do these 5-hour gigs. But he goes, you take breaks. He goes, you don't play the whole time. You fuck with people. I'm like, what's he talking about? And then I realized it. You do, people, I make fun of what they're drinking. And people, you don't really know how to read people at first. They sit down, they have grumpy faces. They're with their family. You're like, they don't want to listen to me. And then you they bring them over like this drink that has like a, like this bucket. And I'm like, are you drinking a bucket? What do you have umbrella in there? And then they start laughing and then they'll stay the whole time and they'll tip you. And I'm like, that's what he means. I fuck with the people. Okay. So, but my buddy Chris Till's coming down. He keeps up with me the whole time. He just has so much energy. He's loving playing music again, and I'm glad to pull him back into the scene. And he's flying down here. He's going to spend a week with me, and he's going to come to my gigs with me. And that one, I actually got him on got him paid for it too. Nice. So I'm sure he's psyched about that, and work on some other stuff. But the 28th at the Sunrise Sands, that's going to be a good show.
Very cool. All right. Anything else? We got your Facebook. All three of your albums are available everywhere that music is streaming, right?
You can go on Spotify. You can, if you want to YouTube Dave Bailin, the Bailouts. Just search Google, whatever. But I'm on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and probably some other stuff I'm not even sure about. Even you might even be able to buy physical copies on Amazon if they're still in stock.
Good, something to find
But if
out.
you want my papers, come to a show and just ask me for them.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Or come
super
visit
cool.
Brad. I'm leaving you guys a whole case
Whoa.
Oh
of
my
papers
God.
here for your
Holy
guests and
shit.
stuff. So
Well,
just so you
whatever,
guys,
Jordan. Would we use those for?
I don't know. Well, I heard
I
that
don't
flute
know.
players like to use them to clean their pads.
Ah.
It's true.
See, so that's what it's for.
Mhm.
All your
There you
flutes.
go.
All your flutes.
Awesome,
Nice.
awesome. Man.
That is very nice of you. Thank you.
All right, Elly, any shameless plugs for you over there?
Yeah. I'm gonna shamelessly plug my dispensary. I go to True Leave. They're amazing. They have the highest discount for veterans at 20%. They have the most newest. Is newest a word?
It is, but I don't think most newest is a
Okay,
is
so
something
they
that you
have
put together.
I'm a writer too. God forgive
Yeah,
me.
just take the most out
Um,
completely.
Okay, so they have the newest products out usually. They're big on Delta 8s. I know that's like a huge thing right now. But they're awesome. They're educated. Anytime I've gone in with questions, they've helped me. And it's just a great atmosphere. Every time I go in, everyone's very happy to see you walk in the door. It's awesome. So if you're getting your medical card or you have your medical card, go to True Leave. They're amazing.
Excellent. Before we pop over to Jordan's shameless plugs,
Fuck you, Jordan.
we just want to say Stacy said Dave Bailin, Salem's king of rock and roll.
Aww.
Yeah.
The Witch King.
The Witch King. Jordy, any shameless plugs tonight?
No, I think I'm okay tonight.
Okay.
I'll let you take them.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, read my list I gave you.
Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, as always, guys, we appreciate you all hanging out with us live out there in internet land. You can relive all of this magic and all of our past shows wherever you listen to podcasts and in glorious HD on YouTube and on our free Jams and Cocktails Roku channel. You just go to your channel list and you search in Jams and Cocktails and you can put us on your Roku TV. Give us 5 stars while you're there. Shout out to our sponsors and partners at Code Rum, TCNightlife.com, a excellent entertainment calendar for the Treasure Coast here. The Sneaky Tiki, Hop Life Brewing, Treasure Coast Entertainment, Snorkel Corn Entertainment, Paul at the Drums and Rums podcast, and Ben and Hector, the 561 Music Podcast. Support our friends who support us and support local whenever you can. Don't miss, speaking of supporting local, don't miss our next live episode next week. We're discussing noise ordinances in live music venues. An important debate has been going on between the city of Fort Pierce and Pierced Cider Works. But this is not a situation that is only for them. No. There have been many music venues all over the place, but specifically here in the Treasure Coast, that have been under siege by noise ordinances and unhappy residents. And don't get me wrong, I'm not choosing sides particularly on this discussion, because I think that there are 2 sides or more sides to what's going on. So it's going to be a very cool discussion. Will Goulet, the manager, the GM of Pierce Cider, will be here with us, good friend and past podcast guest, to discuss their sign. And between now and then, I hope to get some more perspectives and bring it all to the table. So tune in live with us. We'd love to hear from you about that. It's going to be a good one. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. No, I'm just kidding. Not on Fox. Never on Fox. Come
Or
on.
CNN.
Peacock.
Yeah.
Neither.
Maybe Peacock because of cock.
Yeah.
Peacock.
And P.
Peacock.
NBC.
Orange
It's like a
peacocks.
peacock. It's like the old small one. Anyway.
Okay.
Getting off topic. Come out to one of my one-man band shows this weekend. You can see all my dates at bradbrock.com. I will be at Manatee Island tomorrow night from 5:30 to 8:30. Love it there. Definitely one of my favorite places to play. And glad that you're on board now.
I love playing there. Great spot. I love playing there.
It's awesome. Don't forget to catch me on the Johnny Ringo Show podcast. I know we've had a couple reruns, but we'll be bringing that back into live shows, live-ish, starting up this week. So that's every Sunday at 5 p.m. on Facebook and wherever you listen to podcasts. And I believe that does it for my shameless plugs. All right. Well, did you have another song in you, or are you gonna?
Oh, do you want? Oh,
No. You listen. There's no pressure.
I'll play another song.
You got one more?
Sure.
All right, you guys. We're gonna get one more song from Dave Bailin.
I just don't want to get the fishes into my harmonica. Hold on.
We were enjoying the fishies.
I'm sorry.
Magically delicious.
They are magic. That's why I asked. I said, we could do whatever you want.
Whatever.
We're gonna get another song from Dave Bailin. We're gonna let him get set up there, but.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was about to say, how you feeling, Brad?
I don't know. I feel like
I don't know.
there are many situations or many instances on this show where like it's all solid gold until I turn everything off, and then I'm a completely other human being. So I'm not sure if that's the case in this particular instance.
You
but
don't know yet?
But no, I never know these
You
things.
don't know yourself by now?
No, I keep it all together. I'm a entertainer. I'm like Dick Clark.
Oh, okay.
Big Dick Clark. You know.
They stone you when you're trying to be so good. They stone you just like they said they would. Make some noise. They stone you when you say, woo. They stone you when you live all alone. But I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned. All right. Stone you when you're walking on the street. Stone you when you're trying to keep your seat. They stone you when you're walking on the floor. They stone you when you're walking to the door. But I would not feel so alone. Oh, everybody must get stoned. Stone you when you're at the breakfast table. Stone you when you were on the hill. Stone you when you're trying to make a buck. Stone you and then they say good luck. But I would not feel so alone. Hey, everybody must get stoned. They stone you and they say that it's the end. They stone you and then they come back again. They stone you when you're riding in your car. They stone you when you're playing your guitar. But I would not feel so alone. say you are brave. They stone you when you sit down in your grave. But I would not feel so alone. Everybody must get stoned. Sloppiest I've ever played in my life.
Right? 100%. 100%
That was fun.
agree.
Thank you.
Good one.
Oh, great tune. I mean, definitely the epitome, I think, of a 422. I don't think it would be the only thing we could get closer to is if we did some sort of like Dead or Fish song. But those, we were talking about short songs. Those songs are like 8 to 18 hours long individually.
Was that joke? What did one deadhead say to the other when when they ran out of drugs?
I don't know.
Hey man, this band sucks.
Oh, probably true. All right, you
Very
guys.
good.
Well, I hope everybody had a great night. You guys have a good time here this evening. Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice, nice. Again, join us next week for an important conversation about noise ordinances and live music venues. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited to have that chat. Give it up for the Destruction Crew, Jordan and Elly. And a big round of applause for our friend and very special guest tonight, Dave Bailin. Awesome. Great to have you here, man. Really, truly.
Thank you.
Get out there and catch one of his shows, especially the one on the 29th. 28th?
Oh man, you're gonna make
I
me
know.
look that up again. It's the Sunrise Sands. What did I tell you?
I want to say 29th.
29th is a Friday.
No.
no,
It's an
it's
important
it's a
date.
Thursday. It's the 28th.
Oh.
Okay, the
And
28th.
it's from 1 to 6 somewhere in. We're
Nice.
gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna play for a while.
And that's
4
with
or 5
Chris
hours.
Till on drums. It's going to be a great show, you
Chris
guys.
Till, yeah, and he'll be with me that week. So, like I said, friend me on Facebook. That's the first show. I pick him up on I think Wednesday. We play Thursday. Whatever shows I'm playing Manatee that weekend. I'm gonna see if he can sit on the cajon. Do you think they'll have a problem with that there?
No, doubt it.
Just an afternoon gig. They won't mind.
I don't think
Then
they'll mind at
he'll
all.
be at that Manatee. We're playing Manatee Bar. I didn't even tell you about that one. So Manatee Bar is on the 30th. So what's that? A Saturday or
Oh,
something?
yeah, that's the Saturday.
Yeah. So the
Nice.
30th, we're playing there. This is my first. And that's from 3 to 6. So yeah, Till man. I can't wait to get you down here, brother.
Get ready.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you guys won't be disappointed if you go catch a Dave Bailin show. It's going to be great. I guess until next week, smoke if you got 'em.
Oh yeah.
Drink some water, support local music, and take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge and Ant Farm. I'm Brad Brock. We love you guys. Good night.
Oh, I'm amazed. How did this all